It's definitely the challenges in the beginning were very much just like me trying to get over myself. Or I'm being harsh. Like me, it was very much just like personal development in a lot of ways, finding the confidence to do something, finding the strength to like try something new or to put myself out there. I think now I'm looking at things in some ways more like objective way. And I'm dreaming bigger. I'm setting bigger goals, and it definitely helps to have people around me. Like I didn't realize how much I was like an island in a lot of ways when I was younger, because I was just so scared of people. Still am in some ways, but my gosh, who knew that having talented people around you makes everything easier?
Hello and welcome to the Crescendo podcast. Today we have Liverpool-based singer-songwriter Bunny Alex, a big reputation for her dreamy, nostalgic blend of bedroom pop and indie pop, with heartfelt songs exploring love, youth, heartbreak, and self-discovery. Her music has drawn comparisons to artists like Muna, Taylor Swift, and Griff, while carrying out a sound that is entirely her own. So, Bunny Alex, welcome to the podcast.
Hello, thank you for having me on. I'm really
Yeah.
excited.
I know, me too. Very excited. Yeah, we tried to kind of schedule this, but schedule's been a bit busy and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. First thing, how's your day been in this heat? Like,
Yeah, I have like 5 fans pointing at me right like behind me. My window is open and all of my plants are like little crusty.
yeah.
Yeah, it's very sad. I'm okay.
Yeah.
How are you?
Well, I'm in the library. It's coldish, air conditioning.
Nice.
Yeah, I need some air.
Smart. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. I mean, music seems to be part of your life, like big part of your life. Like what
Yes.
what are the earliest kind of moments of your music journey?
I was trying to think about what is the earliest one, but I'd say like early and very important part was when I kind of discovered the violin for myself, because that was the first instrument that I kind of chose. And there was this movie in German cinemas at the time. It was like a little monkey that plays the violin. It sounds really
Yeah, I
weird,
remember
but
that.
yeah, and
Not
like
weird.
I was like, wow, this is like touching me in like my heart. And yeah, I asked my parents like, oh, could I try to play the violin? And yeah, so that was kind of my first step into music at like 5 or 6 years old. So yeah, that's how it all started.
That's crazy. I started piano when I was 5 as well. Like,
Yeah,
it's a crazy
so
time.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I was inspired by the Tom and Jerry skit where they had the piano. Yeah.
It sounds crazy, but it's like, yeah, there was just something about it. I was like, it's got to be like, I don't know. Yeah, you get it.
Yes, seriously, that's what it is. Like, oh, was there a particular artist or album that made you think like, I want to do this myself?
I think it was a couple of moments, but I think one big moment was like in 2010, Germany won the Eurovision Song Contest. And it was like Lena Meyer-Landrut, who was like, at the time, like what, 19 or something, 18, 19. And I was like, wow, she's like, like a young German girl who's like doing pop. And I was like, okay, that could be me.
Yeah, that could be you. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was very sort of influential for me.
Yeah. Where did you grow up then? Like,
So I grew up in Belgium, actually. I was born in Germany, grew up in Belgium, and I'm German Filipino, so a bit of a mixed bag.
That's a big mix, isn't it? Like usually you were I'm Malaysian, I'm pretty much Malaysian blood, but I mean it's crazy to think like even in Germany, so many Filipinos in Germany.
Yeah, like we had a lot of family friends who were also like half German, half Filipino. So I remember like, I don't know, it wasn't, I didn't feel alone in that sense. I mean, in some ways, obviously, yes, but it did also feel like, okay, we're not the only family that looks like this,
It's weird. Yeah. Unfortunately, well, I studied here, but people say I sound like a British person, but
oh yeah.
yeah, I'm not even one. It's not even 1% British. Like,
well, how long have you been in the UK? It might be, suddenly
5,
taking
6
over
years.
the accent. Right. Okay, so that's not crazy. Maybe you do have like the accent is, starting to.
No, but it's always been because I've been to like vernacular religious schools,
Mm,
and they always speak in English, spoken
yeah.
English. Sorry, grammar's a bit off. Yeah, but I've been, yeah, you build a lot of nostalgia, and that
Mm,
comes very much in your music as well. Like, have
mm.
you always been drawn to that kind of music?
Yeah, I think so. I was thinking about this question because then I realized I was like, yeah, I was that kid at school who was like stuck in daydreams, like looking out the window. I have
Yeah,
no idea what the teacher is saying, like,
yeah, me too.
you know. So I think like in that sense, yeah, I was always kind of in a faraway place somewhere in my own fantasy world. So yeah, I think that's kind of probably like in all seriousness though where it started. You know, I was really close, or I am really close with my sisters, and we would always like make up stories about like the fairies and like so I think
Yeah,
I always was kind of yeah, drawn to that and I'm glad that it manifests itself also in my music.
yeah, yeah. Manifest, Alex, manifest.
Yeah.
Should I call you Alex from now on?
I'm Bunny, Alex, whatever you
Whatever
want.
you so please. Yeah. I mean, you did say you grew up in Belgium, but Germany,
Mm,
and there's so many different kind of things. I'm gonna twist question four a little bit.
mm,
Like, like there's so many cultures and different experiences you've been through, and now you're in Liverpool. Like,
yes.
how has those influences kind of shaped you as an artist? I guess.
Mm. I've gotten this question before, and honestly, like in the beginning, I never knew what to answer because
Yeah.
like I can't compare it to anything else. So like how has it shaped me? Well, I don't know. I don't know anything else, but I think in some ways it's made me like very curious of other like cultures and the
Yeah.
music that comes from other cultures perhaps. I mean, not that you have to have like a mixed background to have this kind of curiosity, but I think like it's something that maybe comes like naturally to me in some ways. Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm curious like I feel like I need to journal on this question some more, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. General
'Cause-
more
yeah.
kind of. Yeah, if you got new music coming out, like you said, like do the
Mm.
tours, like go and play places, and like you would
Yeah.
see things, and it'd be
Yes.
great. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
What drew me to
Mm.
your music was the art and the style of kind of your presentation. When I saw you first in like Instagram and stuff, like the
Mm.
videos and like
Thank you.
that kind of thing, was amazing. It was crazy. So I mean, your songs kind of often feel like that kind of fits as well, like
Mm.
coming of age film, that kind of thing.
Yes.
Do you picture visuals or stories when you're writing music?
Yeah, definitely. I
Mm,
mean, I think I've moved a little bit further away from it in the last few years just to try
okay.
new things, but in the beginning I was like, you know how people say like show don't tell? I
Mm,
think that I really took that to heart and yeah, like I don't know. I mean, it's it's interesting because sometimes the more specific you get with visuals, almost like the more people can relate to it. I
mm.
can't really describe it, but it's part of the world building, I guess,
Yeah,
of the song and of like just the art in general. And like you said, me as an artist, like it all kind of works together and the visuals are a big part of that.
yeah, yeah.
Mm,
It's so vulnerable, but yet like the stuff is so catchy because it's
mm.
basically pop, and like it's so
Yes.
fun. I was literally walking here and literally listening to the song, and like I'm dancing now. Oh shit, it's actually crazy. Who's your biggest influences right now, and like how has that changed over years?
I mean, it changes all the time. There have been a few figures that have been very influential. Like I grew up listening to a lot of Taylor Swift. So I think that's always kind of gonna be a part of my music or people who listen to a lot of Taylor Swift music, they might be
Mm,
able to hear that. I mean, at the moment, Olivia Rodrigo's new album
yeah,
on
it's great,
repeat.
isn't
I
it?
mean, it's so good. It's so like I mean, like you were saying, it's catchy, but it has some like I don't know, it has some
It's
depth to it,
it's pretty
definitely.
mature as well. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you listen to the first time, and it's a
Mm,
totally different kind of era for her and for a lot of
yeah.
other people as well.
Mm. Yeah, so I'm really, really enjoying that. And I could see how that might influence certain things that I might want to try as well. I really like the Marias as well. I feel like last year I was listening to their stuff so much and I could like very noticeably tell that that it was influencing like the material that I wanted to write about or how I was writing about things and
Mm,
like
yeah.
the sound and stuff. So that was really cool. Yeah, I don't know. Who else? Like suddenly no one is popping into my head. Oh, but like Lorde. Lorde is like up there
Lord,
with Taylor Swift, where it's like she will always have queen status in my mind.
yeah,
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like she's done a
yeah,
couple different things, but it always like hits for me. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that brings me to my next question, I guess. Like, do
Mm,
you ever feel pressure to fit in a specific genre, or do you prefer kind of following wherever a song
mm.
or like a release takes you?
Yeah, I definitely do feel the pressure. Like I, especially being within pop, or I don't know if it's a thing with other genres, but you know, pop has so many subgenres like indie pop, bedroom pop, and
Yeah,
it
better pop, yeah.
means like different
Dreamy
things
pop.
to, yeah, like it means something completely different depending on who you ask. So I
Uh,
almost don't even like to call myself indie pop or bedroom pop sometimes, because then I already know there's gonna be someone out there being like, but you're not bedroom pop, but you're not indie pop. And I'm like, you know what? I will just be pop. I will be whatever you want me to be. I don't mind, you know. But yeah, I definitely recently am trying to just let the songs go where they
uh,
need to go a little bit more. But like in an age of like Spotify playlists and like TikTok niches and all of that, like yeah, I am
yeah.
definitely thinking about like how, like what, I don't want to say buzzwords, but you know, like what words do I use, like who do I want to reach, and like what is the terminology that goes with that.
Mm,
So yeah, it definitely is a part in one way or another. I would
yeah,
be lying if I said
yeah, yeah,
I
of
didn't
course.
think about it.
I mean,
Mm.
let's have a conversation about like TikTok. It's been going
Mm.
absolutely bonkers, and like
Mm.
people find music there faster than Spotify sometimes, which is
Yeah,
very odd. I did make a TikTok page, but
yeah.
the determination to use Instagram and TikTok at the same time is just not there. But
Oh,
what,
and yeah, it's
what
hard.
yeah, what do you feel is different, like TikTok wise, like to get
Mm.
videos out and like
Yeah, I feel like TikTok, well, just compared to Instagram or just TikTok
just
on its own?
TikTok
Or
on its own or compare up to you.
yeah, I don't know. Like I always heard people saying like, "Oh, TikTok is the type of thing like you just got to spam a bunch of videos and something will click." Okay, here I am
Yeah,
spamming and yet to see my millions. I'm kidding. But yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like I've cracked the algorithm at all. I think I've been fortunate where I have reached a lot of like amazing people and people who come back and I can tell like care about the music and care about the art, and like, you know, we're building like a
yeah,
little community there. And honestly, that's kind of what I'm prioritizing at the moment over all of the like, you know, the vanity metrics of like, yeah, it's nothing crazy, but if, you know, if you look for like the negative side of it, like I'm not going
mm,
viral, I'm not pulling in these amounts of
yeah.
numbers, like it'll bog you down. Like yes,
You
it'll make
will,
you feel pretty sad. But yeah, I don't know. I've gone through like a whole roller coaster of emotions with TikTok. I don't know.
yeah.
If you crack the code, like let me know. Like I said, I don't I don't feel like I have.
I don't think I'll
But
return back, and I've missed so many posts there already. I just
mm,
don't know when I'm gonna go back there now.
yeah, that's
Well,
valid. And like you
yeah,
said, Instagram wants something else and TikTok wants something else. And it's,
I think yeah,
yeah, it can be fun. I've accepted it as a tool, like I said, to meet some amazing people. And you know, there
yeah,
are so many artists that are not, you know, like Nepo babies or something who have really just gone from 0 to 100. So I would be, I think, not doing myself a service if I just completely shut it
yeah,
out.
yeah.
But it's hard. Some days it's hard. Yeah, some days it's hard.
You better believe it's hard.
Yeah.
That's just life. Nothing's
Yeah.
easy. Yeah, even if it seems that people are doing things so like
Mm.
so easy and so simple,
Yeah.
and you don't know what they're going. It's
Yeah,
timeless.
I genuinely, I mean, look, I don't know anything, but just based off of what I've seen, I don't think there's like, you know, post at this time of day, no, post at this time of day, post this type of
There's
content,
no
no,
such
post this.
thing anymore.
I don't think there's no, yeah, I agree with that. Like, I think it's just post something that you think is good, that other people might also like. And
Yeah,
then, like I said, you'll reach someone, you know?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Of course, yeah. I mean, if someone had never heard your music before, which
Mm.
song would you introduce to them and why?
Who I'd say honestly, maybe Roller Coaster.
Yeah,
It's a song that I released like a few years ago at this point, but I think it's so quintessential Bunny Alex, like sad-ish lyrics, right? But then
yeah.
very upbeat and still like catchy and danceable. In
Uh-huh.
some ways danceable, I guess. I think that's kind of, yeah. I put Bunny Alex like in a nutshell in that song. Kind of, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Mm.
What usually comes first, lyric, melody, or emotion?
I think lyric, melody, or emotion. Definitely emotion first,
Mm,
then lyric, then melody, I think.
okay.
I'm trying to be more experimental with it, but that
Yeah,
is
sure.
usually how it goes. Like, how am I feeling? How would I describe that feeling?
Yeah.
And then what does that feeling kind of sound like? Or what does it not sound like? And then could that be really interesting? Like I said, with the sad lyrics, but, upbeat, like
Yeah.
music. I don't know. I think it's definitely the feeling first, though.
Yeah, of course. I think if you don't feel the song, then the song wouldn't be good.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna talk about "I'll Be Alright" soon enough, but
Mm.
it's so like you have so much feeling in it, and you can actually tell that somebody is singing from the heart and not from
Oh,
just
thank you.
for the sake of doing it. It's
Mm.
great. Yeah. So I mean,
Thank you.
is songwriting therapeutic for you, or can it sometimes be emotionally draining?
Who I think it, yes, both. I don't know. Like, there have been moments where sometimes like I experience something and I'm like, I immediately need to write about this to process the feeling, but it
Yeah.
has definitely happened where I'm kind of just like unpacking the feeling and writing about it is the last thing I want to do right now. Like, I just want to not think about it, and
Mm.
trying to think about ways of putting it into a song just sounds way too overwhelming right now. And then I wait a little bit and then I look back on that emotion and I'm like, okay, now I'm a little bit more removed. What can I say about it? Like, and that,
Yeah.
and then that's more therapeutic than immediately kind of trying to dig into what exactly I'm
Yeah.
going through and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've listened to all your songs, but I'm going to ask you this question. Have you ever
Yes.
written a song that was way too personal to release?
Probably, yeah, but I didn't I didn't release it because it was like too personal. I released it because it was too personal, it wasn't a good song, if that makes sense. Because
Yeah.
I've written a lot of like, I would barely call them songs. Like, they're more like just diary
Rants.
entries. Yeah, like they're
Right.
rants, you know what I mean? Set to like a little chord progression, but it's like,
Yeah.
is this a song? Yeah, sure, I guess, but it like, I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah,
Mm,
I don't
yeah.
know.
It's a very interesting thing to hear, to be fair. And like, what's the biggest thing you've learned about yourself through writing music?
I think one thing I've definitely learned is like, bro, I will beat that dead horse until until there's nothing left. I mean,
Oh, God.
that's definitely something I've like noticed, because I
Mm,
will definitely try to unpack some. It's not like, oh, I've written a song about it, I'm done with it.
yeah.
How
Yeah.
can I
How can I?
look at it from a different perspective?
Uh-huh.
I just love doing that, and I think it's fun as a songwriter. And then
Yeah.
something else that I guess is like a lesson that I've learned through music is
Nice.
like, you need to, this sounds so cliche, but like, you need to be out there like living life. You know what I mean? Like, you can shut yourself in a studio or in your bedroom or wherever and like try to write about things, but like, you need to go out and experience life. Like, I feel like it's made me, I don't want to say like fearless, because I definitely don't have it figured out like that, but it's made me
Yeah.
more like open to experiencing things that could potentially be uncomfortable or like awkward, or you know what I mean, like bad
Yeah.
experiences, because I'm
Yeah.
like, might be good for the art. I don't know. Live your life, you know.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay, let's
Mm,
take a break.
yes.
Let's go back to the film stuff. Like, oh, what's your favorite film?
Oh my gosh, I'm so bad with movies. I feel like I've seen like 5 movies in my entire life,
So,
and then I
favorite show, movie, cartoon, whatever.
no, actually, I do have a favorite movie because I rewatched this recently and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this so much. The Princess Bride.
Oh
Oh
God.
my gosh. I was like, no, yeah, well, yes, definitely. But oh my gosh, I was like, this might actually become my whole personality. No, I really enjoyed that. And then, like, I'm a big Lord of the Rings Tolkien fan. I mean, I love the books and stuff, but the Lord of the Rings movies, forever a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I can rewatch
Yeah.
over and over and over, and it just
Sure.
never gets old. But yeah,
Yeah.
like, yeah, I like the fantasy sort of genre,
Fantasy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used
What
to
about you?
play. Used to play. Well, I don't know about films, but I
Mm,
really hate films. That's the problem. It's the emotional roller coaster you go through during movies. It's just
mm. No, I relate to that so much. It's just too much sometimes. Like, I don't understand, like, oh, let me relax on my couch with a movie. I'm like, so I can relive the trauma of someone else? I think not. Like, no, I'm
Yeah.
joking, but yeah,
No.
not really.
That's the feeling we feel, you know. That's so complex. You should make that into a song.
Yeah, maybe. I don't like movies.
I don't like movies. Yeah. Yeah, it was like you know who's this guy? Timothy Chalamet
Yes.
saying that ballet and
Oh
like
yeah.
symphonies do not. But
Yeah.
I just took it in a different way. Everybody was trying to blame him. I was just like,
Mm.
maybe he's trying to make a point. Like,
Yeah. I definitely think I think I know what he's trying to say, where like
yeah,
it's definitely kind of its own thing. It's not as ubiquitous as it maybe was like back in the day. You know, people have shifted to other forms of entertainment.
yeah,
At the same time, I think it was like the way that he said it was just very dismissive. And I think, you know what I mean? There is still value in ballet and opera and theater,
yeah.
I
But
think.
he grew
So,
up with the French kind of influences as well because he's
mm,
French. So
yeah,
sort of
right.
mixed. But
Mm,
it's yeah, it's back again. Like it's bring your culture back into things. And I think
yeah,
he was just trying to make a point. It's just didn't use the right words
yeah,
exactly. But yeah, that's great. All right, let's talk about "I'll Be All Right." That's
mm,
it's kind of similar to Roller Coaster, but
mm,
it's its own thing. Like
mm.
what you say the same thing.
Yeah, I think I'll be all right because, you know, I'd written songs like Roller Coaster where it's like,
Yeah.
there is a sense of happiness in that song, but it's also kind of sad in some ways. With I'll Be Alright, I literally sat myself down and I was like, okay, time to write a positive song. I was like, Alex, you can do it. One positive song. I mean, it wasn't that forced, but it was like, yeah, I wanted to kind of, you know, spend time writing a song that
Mm.
also made me feel good. And like,
Yeah.
instead of trying to remember all of the bad things that have happened to me to put that into a song, I was like, okay, remember all the
Mm-hmm.
good things, or like
Good things.
remember,
Yeah.
yeah, because you know, it's nice to be on stage singing about like my life will be good. You know what I mean? It's like it's a nice experience as well. So I was kind of like,
God.
you know, give yourself
Yeah.
that chance to put something positive out there. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's always things. Like,
Mm,
oh, the titles feels really reassuring,
mm,
which is great. Like, what's the story behind it? And like,
yeah.
was that kind of was writing that song a way of telling yourself that things would eventually get better?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think in terms of a story, there
Mm.
wasn't really one like moment or one story that influenced the song. It was more like years and years of, you know, having bad experiences or like going through tough times or like learning tough lessons in life
Mm.
and, you know, kind of picking myself up and overcoming that and like, you know, like
Yeah.
seeing these bad moments as lessons and as ways of making myself stronger or wiser or whatever. And yeah, so I don't know. It was just it was like a buildup kind
Yeah,
of
sure.
lots of different things. And
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely wanted to, like I said, be like firmly, I'll be all right. I
Yeah.
can do this. It's all gonna be
Yeah.
okay. You know, not no
Yes.
room for like misinterpretation, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Is the song kind of the new chapter, or is it like the stepping stone for some new kind of ideas?
In some ways, yeah. Like I think the song is very, in terms of like the music, it is
Mm.
very like classic Bunny Alex, and I think
Yeah.
that is sort of. I mean, I had a couple of like edgier songs that I experimented with, you know, and I spiral. Yes, I'm angry, but I'll be alright is kind of the poppy side of Bunny Alex, and I think that's essentially where I want to be as
Yeah.
an artist. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
Let's go back to like basics. Like,
yes.
what do you use to kind of do all the edits with your music? How many layers? Like, how what's the creative process of Bunny Alex?
Mm. I really like to write as I'm producing. I don't really consider myself a producer because I don't
Mm.
produce for other people, but I'm always like writing sort of with my laptop in Logic, or back in the day was GarageBand or whatever.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'll have the lyrics, I'll have a feeling, and I'll just start playing around with different
Mm.
sounds and like seeing what I can find. I mean, I've been trying to experiment more with like the guitar, the piano, kind of simplifying it a little bit because it can take a while, the whole like production element of it. But yeah, I really like kind of having Logic or the production side of it as like a tool in the songwriting itself as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's so the way that you create stuff is so creative and so like
Mm,
it's well thought of. Like I said, like I always say to like things.
mm,
Have you
thank you.
truly kind of found your sound yet, or like you said, like moving
Mm,
on?
yeah, I think in some ways, yes. I feel very confident about being able to describe what my sound is and who I am. At the same time, my sound could definitely change, and it's
Mm.
maybe also something I should aim for, that it
Yeah,
keeps evolving and stuff. So, I don't know. Yeah.
yeah,
Yes and
yeah.
no.
Listen, no. Oh
Yeah.
man, this is the part of life. Yeah. Is there a lyric from any of your songs that means the most to you personally?
Yeah, maybe something in I'll Be Alright. Like, what is the pre-chorus? Like, I don't want to talk about it. Over all the feelings, ready for
Yeah,
a daydream. Like, it's more fun without them. Yeah, I
that
think that was
pre-chorus is
me.
great.
Thank you. Yeah, like that was me just 100% leaning into like, yeah, just live your truth, girl. I don't know how else to say
Yeah,
it. Because I don't think I'm like a very, I'm a people pleaser. I tend to always be like, oh, but if that's okay for you, you know what I mean? And I was like, no,
yeah,
I want this. I don't want this. I'm done with this. I don't know. That was kind of,
yeah,
yeah, like I said, leaning into the positivity and
yeah.
my truth in that sense.
Do
Mm,
you think that comes from like cultural experiences, or does it just come from your personality? Like, because I kind of
mm,
relate to same things like people pleaser, or
yeah.
like you want to kind of have a certain kind of bar, I guess.
Mm. Maybe in some ways, yeah. I mean, in terms of like cultural things, it's maybe less like my culture specifically, but I mean, yeah, I was like, I think there was another Asian kid in my class and like a couple other, but it was mostly like I did feel a little bit the odd one out. And I
Yeah,
think in some ways, I mean, I don't want to blame it all on that, but at the same time, like, yeah, I think I made myself small a little bit in certain situations a lot
mm,
growing up. And because I already stood out, no reason to make myself even more of a target in some ways. And it's kind of sad to think about. And I've
yeah,
unpacked it a little bit more as I've grown up. But I think maybe some of the people pleasing tendencies come from there. This is like a whole therapy session. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm trying to move away from the people pleasing.
yeah. But sometimes you need to talk about this kind of things in music.
Yeah.
Like you see any artist now kind of talk about that more and be more open to.
Mm,
Maybe it's just a thing now, isn't it?
yeah. Yeah, I think I mean, the algorithm obviously shows me stuff that I agree with already, so I might sound
Mm,
incredibly biased here, but yeah, like going on the internet, I was like, okay, I'm not the only one who, like I said, is a people pleaser or has like, in general, things to unpack. I mean, I'm glad that, mental health and like therapy or other ways of kind of processing emotions and being more honest about that, it is becoming
yeah,
more widespread and accepted and stuff.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah. All right. One more question back to I'll Be Alright. Like, how's
yes.
how's people's reactions to that song, and like,
Mm.
have any fans like messages from fans like stayed with you, or?
Yeah, oh my gosh, I was so like touched. I don't know because I did this thing for the first time where I sent out stickers
Mm,
to people who had kind of like supported my music as like a little thank you and like little
that's
postcards
so
with
kind of you. Yeah,
messages. Yeah, I felt like I was like it's so much more impactful to have something physical because it's all, Spotify. Is that like people don't tend to have like CDs or vinyl or cassettes
yeah,
anymore. So I was like, it would be
yeah.
nice to send some like a physical gift. And just like sending those out, like packing my tote bag with all those letters, sending them out to
That's
like
crazy.
wherever in the world, and then seeing people like post pictures and being like, oh, this arrived today. I was like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly.
it's so small. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm aware I'm not moving the needle in crazy ways, but it
Yeah,
was very impactful and I was very like
yeah,
touched and I'm very, very grateful. So yeah, I hopefully can have more moments like that
yeah.
going
Of
forward.
course. Yeah, yeah. Let's talk about new music.
Mm,
That's gonna be fun. You've been steadily building your catalog for a while now. Are you
mm.
currently in a particularly creative period?
In some ways, yes. In some like I have to be honest, I had a little bit of writer's block at the beginning of the year. but I wrote a bunch of songs last year. So like I'm kind of now in the process of like releasing those and figuring out that. So in terms of creative process, it's more like what can accompany these songs, and if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm really having fun like creating, I mean, the stickers or like collaborating with other artist friends that I have on like, you know, merch ideas, gift ideas, like, or even just like the cover art and that creative part of it, I'm really enjoying at the moment.
Yeah.
So in that sense, yes, very creative part, like
Yeah.
part of the year right now for me. Yes.
Yeah. So fans can kind of expect more like singles and stuff like that. But
Yes.
are there any like larger projects you're thinking
Yes.
of?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to finally be saying yes to this question. Yeah, I'm doing a bunch of singles, but they're all going to be part of my very first EP, which I am really, really excited about. Thank you, thank you. Which is so yeah, so oh my gosh, I need to pitch like yeah, so my EP is coming later this year, probably around like autumn, fall. I'm not going to give exact dates, but
Okay.
I'm going to be releasing a bunch of singles off of that to kind of, you know, give people a little taste of the whole project. And so yeah, lots of music coming this year.
Yeah. So the thinking is like EP is gonna help you kind of reach a wider
Mm.
audience, I guess. Like
Yes.
what and why not an album? Is it or
Mm.
do you feel that's too much right now?
Yeah, I feel like it's the thought of an album sounds really fun, but
Yeah.
it sounds really scary as well. I mean, I think I could do it, but I think, you know, I've done singles. I feel comfortable releasing
Yeah.
those and kind of,
Okay.
you know, yeah, writing those and building the world around that. I think EP is the next step, but yeah, I would love
Okay.
to do an album at some point.
Of course, yeah. Are
Mm.
there any like themes or emotions that seem to be connecting your upcoming releases?
Yeah, I think so. There's definitely a lot of like romance and feelings
Okay.
of love and
That's
kind
gonna be
of,
fun.
yeah, like accepting love. It sounds so, I don't know. I think, but I struggle with this to kind of just accept my own happiness in some ways. Like it sounds
Yeah.
bad, but kind of so a lot of feelings about that. But there are also like the sadder songs on the EP that are like sad, but in a way of like figuring yourself out. You know, I'm 24 right now. I very much feel like I'm in the part of my life where I'm like, who am I? Like, what can I be? And so like, yes, it's like heartbreak or, you know, things not going your way or yearning, but it in my mind, it all comes back to the question of like, how are these experiences shaping me? Like, what does this heartbreak mean for my identity? It sounds dramatic, but
Yeah.
yeah, where's my life going? So yeah, a little bit of sad, a little bit of happy, hopefully a good balance.
Yeah, which is good. It's always good to have a balance, isn't it?
Mm.
Do you approach making a collection of songs differently from creating a standalone single?
Yeah, well, in this case, yes, I was very much like you know, sat myself down once again and said, Alex, you've done singles and singles and singles. It's time to do an EP. It's, you know, it's just, there's no time like the present. And I had already written a couple songs. I was in the process of writing songs. I had ideas for future songs. And it was just kind of like, yeah, I don't want it to just be like, here are 6 songs that have nothing to do with each other.
Yeah.
So I didn't necessarily just sit down and write 6 songs in one go, but I definitely wanted there to be like a thread that kind of connects all of them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, in terms of lots of different things, the music, the themes, the feel of it. Yeah, I hope that answers the question.
Of course, yeah, it does. It does. It's deeper than you think, you know?
Yeah.
Deeper than you think. Yeah. Have you been experimenting with any like new sounds or production techniques then?
I think I can't really pinpoint necessarily one specific thing, but I've very much like become more confident as a songwriter where I feel like I'm just, like I said, I'm moving away from the rigid routine of just writing on my laptop or, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying different techniques. So I hope that there's kind of a new element to that. But at the same time, like I said, I'll Be Alright is sort of, in my mind, a little bit more like classic Bunny Alex, a little bit like my older songs. And I wanted this to also be a little bit more like, you know, it kind of lives in that almost like early Bunny Alex world, which like I said, I felt like I kind of deviated from with some other releases, but now I want to go back to that like summer romance,
Yeah.
dreamy pop vibe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I've gotten more confident and, experimented, even if it's small experimentations. I feel like this is mature, mature Bunny Alex. She keeps on growing.
Yeah, she's just growing. Yeah. Yeah. Um, are there any collaborations in the works that you can tell us
Mm.
about?
Yeah, I mean, I actually collaborated with the producer who also worked on Habits, Easy Games, Soft Spot. So all of my like early releases, his name is
Yeah.
Henrik. Shout out Henrik. I met him at uni and I feel like he just gets Bunny Alex. I love working with him, and he produced this, or like co-produced this upcoming EP with me.
Yeah.
And I was really happy to work with him again. And like I said, so I hope it's a little bit kind of harkens back to that classic Bunny
Okay.
Alex.
Yeah.
And then I'm working with some of my like visual artist friends and my younger sister as well, who's really into like calligraphy and
Oh,
typography.
sick.
Shout out Yo-Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, to hopefully like flesh out the visuals and like the world that accompanies the music. So yeah, I mean, I think I have a good grasp on like my songwriting and stuff, but it's always fun to collaborate with people, and it's two brains working on something is always better, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's of course. And like that's the goal, isn't it? Like the goal of the year is just to kind of get it out
Yes.
and kind of see where it goes and bring it like to live shows and
Mm.
do whatever
Yeah,
you can.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick. You did say you have so much support from everybody. I'm gonna kind of twist another question again. Like, yes, there are challenges, but do you feel that the challenges are now very different from when like we first started? And like,
Yeah.
does the help, does the collaborations kind of help with that?
Yeah. It's definitely the challenges in the beginning were very much just like me trying to get over myself. Or I'm being harsh. Like me, it was very much just like personal development in a lot of ways, finding the confidence to do something, finding the strength to like try something new or to put myself out there. I think now I'm looking at things in a like in some ways more like objective way. And I'm dreaming bigger. I'm setting bigger goals, and yeah, and it definitely helps to have people around me. Like I didn't realize how much I was like an island in a lot of ways when I was younger, because I was just so scared of people, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well,
don't we all?
still am in some ways, but
Mm.
yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, who knew that having talented people around you makes everything easier?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
really does. It really does. Even this podcasting thing, like go to a lot of gigs and I see a lot of
nice,
people that they're kind of the emotional support, I guess, as well. Like you feel,
sweet, yeah,
yeah. I mean, the reactions from them are just like it just makes you happy. Like for
yeah.
example, I did an interview with yeah, I was doing an interview with a harpist actually,
Oh
singer
wow,
songwriter harpist.
that's cool.
Crazy stuff from Edinburgh. I'll share later. I think
Mm.
Dara, but her name's a bit difficult to spell at the end.
Mhm.
It's not difficult. It's just not common.
Yeah.
And I totally forgot about our interview. Basically,
Mm.
like we were supposed to do an online interview and talk about stuff and like have a really rigid schedule thing. But
Yes.
and then she's like, "Are you free like 2 o'clock?" And I was like, "Well, I'm in Edinburgh now. I can literally." So we literally met at the her local pub,
Nice.
basically, and I just sat down with her, and she even brought the mic. And I was like, "Yeah, God's sake." Because it wasn't that loud in the pub, but
Yeah.
the echoes were
Mm.
crazy. And I felt, yeah, with all the delays and stuff coming back, I still felt
Yeah.
I still felt happy
Yeah.
and like refreshed, I guess, because
Yes, that makes
stuff,
sense.
yeah, it's very odd feeling. Like
Yeah.
it's still fresh in my mind as well, I guess.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's important to feel connected and to feel like you're a part of something, right? And
yeah.
the internet does that to a certain extent, but it doesn't replace,
Mm,
like you said, it's nice to sit down with someone in person and have that. I
yeah,
think that's very precious, yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's very precious, and like I'm sure you have that kind of similar like experiences like with other
Mm.
people as well. Like
Yeah.
what's that one thing that like a collaboration or somebody in like industry like has like stayed with you, I guess,
Ooh, like a collaboration.
or just a feeling,
I'm
and
trying to
like
think.
what I
Oh
mentioned to
yeah.
you. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this might be slightly different, but there was like a gig that I did in like February or January,
Mm,
like at the beginning of the year.
okay.
And this was like, I mean, because I took a long break from gigging, so I was almost like very new to it again,
Mm,
very scared, like
yeah.
nerves and everything. I mean, excited, of course, but yeah. And I remember I did this gig. It was part of like a festival, and of
Okay.
course, I'm bottom of the bottom of the page, which is fine because that's very much where
But
I exist at the moment. But it was like a morning slot, so I was already like, sweet.
sweet.
I don't know how this is gonna go, but there ended up being like 5 people there, and I was
Yeah.
just like, okay, this is fine. Like I didn't even feel that awkward about it. I was kind of just like, this
Yeah.
actually gives me a great opportunity to kind of just try a bunch of things, do put myself out there and no one will see anything. But there was
Yeah.
one woman in the crowd, bless her heart. She was so cool. Like I mean, I think I had seen her once before at a gig. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, you're so great. Like, I love this." And she was just dancing in this like empty room and like spinning around and trying to get everyone else hyped up. She was like, wow, like you remind me of Suzanne Vega, which was a great
Yeah.
compliment. I felt very honored. And I just felt it sounds like I called my parents after that and I was like, I just had the most fun ever playing to like 5 people. And this woman just absolutely made my day. And it sounds, I'm kind of making it like a ridiculous moment and stuff, but it genuinely like, quality over quantity, right?
Mm.
I could have played to like a full room, but maybe wouldn't have gotten
Well, yeah.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
sort of reaction. And it was very wholesome.
Yeah, like even big artists like Miles Smith. Like I went to his show here,
Mm,
and crazy stuff's happened. Anyways,
mm.
it's been a ride for you, I'm sure. And
Yeah.
that must be so rewarding. Like, oh yeah, Miles Smith. Went to his show, and like I and a few other people asked this question, like, do you
Mm,
prefer playing like those arena shows because he's pretty big now, or do
yeah.
you prefer to play like yeah, like it's almost 1,000 people still, but it's not like it's a huge
Mm,
crowd. And he's like, I'd rather do this like every day, like
mm,
so
yeah.
I can talk to people, I can ask, oh, what you feeling, or what is that, or
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I could, I mean, I've never played to even 1,000 people, but I could see that I mean, I like having, like a big crowd to big for my standards, but like a group of people to bounce
yeah,
off of and like engage like that. But like I said, it just kind of showed me like people tell you you have to be playing to sold out venues and of course that is important as well and it has its own it carries its own weight and stuff but
yeah,
you can have such a fulfilled like life as an artist in some ways. It's such a like good time at least playing to 5 people sometimes and that's also valid and no one should make you feel like that's not
yeah,
like a valid way of being an artist and sharing your art. Yeah.
definitely, yeah, yeah. Oh, so I mean, this comes to my next question. Like, what makes
Mm.
a great live show? And do you prefer intimate venues or larger festival stages?
Yeah. As a listener, like as a concert goer, I think I prefer the big festival stages. I mean, come on,
Come
it's
on.
like it's so cool to feel like you're just part of like a sea of people and that's so much fun. I don't know like what makes a great live show. Like okay, as an artist, I think feeling like I'm being
Mm,
listened to I like it sounds so like yeah, of course, but feeling like people are engaging, I guess, and taking it all in and being open to what I'm saying or what I'm presenting to them. I think, yeah, like, I think because this happens from both the listeners and I think the artist perspective, like
yeah,
allowing each other into your worlds in some ways. Like the artist needs to let the audience in, I think, in some ways.
yeah, yeah,
And the
of course.
audience needs to be, I don't know, like open to that. I don't know. Maybe I'm like overthinking this way too much. But yeah, just kind of
Not really, no.
engagement and
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, I mean, okay, what makes a bad, or I guess what makes a good concert as a concert goer? like a good crowd just in general. I've gone to so many shows where like, of course the artist is great and I've loved the music, but what stuck with me was like, wow, dancing with these strangers and like
Yeah.
it's so fun.
Yeah.
I feel like that was
Exactly.
a very convoluted way of answering the question, but
No, it's a very thoughtful way of asking the question.
thank
Yeah,
you.
let's just say that. Yeah, okay. Are there any tours, festivals, or live projects coming up that you're
Mm,
excited about? Like, not projects, more like,
yeah.
live stuff.
At the moment, I'm kind of taking a break from the live stuff, like right now.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited to bring my new songs to, with the new EP and the new singles. Like, I'm really
Cool.
happy to bring those to the stage. And I've loved like being within Liverpool, but I really do want to also look outside, maybe go to Manchester or Chester,
Come to the
just
north.
kind of,
Come to the
yeah,
north as
yeah,
well. Yeah.
just kind of see what other opportunities there are. Of course, easier said than done, but
Yeah, sure.
I'm feeling very optimistic about just trying and seeing what opportunities I can create for myself with the live thing. Because like I said, I took a break from it for a long time and I was kind of disenchanted with it. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I think it'll be fun to incorporate these new songs into the show.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Is there a dream venue or festival that sits at the top of your bucket list?
I mean, of course, like Glastonbury or,
Yeah.
something like that.
Sure.
I think, growing up in Belgium, I'd love to play a festival in Belgium just to feel like, I'm in my neck of the woods, and like pickle pop or like I don't think
Yeah. Pokepop,
I
yeah.
don't think I'm edgy enough for like Rockwerchter, but something like that.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I would love to do like a big festival, even just so that
yeah.
it gives me an excuse to like, I don't know, do I get backstage passes to everything? Do I get VIP?
Yeah.
I just wanna be a festival goer at this point, but yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Like,
Mm,
okay. Oh, yeah. Talk about live shows. Like, what's your usual setup for like live show? Is
mm,
it usually yourself with like
yeah.
pads or people or?
Yeah, so I have, my trusty old laptop. I've got my tracks on there, and then I have my amazing guitarist Connor. Another shout out,
Mm,
Connor. Shout out to Connor. He is so amazing. Like he is so supportive, and yeah, he really gets Bunny Alex. Very
yeah.
important. And yeah, so we've done a lot of acoustic stuff as well, where it's just me and the guitar, and that's been really fun. Kind of like
Yeah.
reimagining these pop songs like as kind of stripped back little moments,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's been really fun. And it almost like I'm getting to know my own song in a different way as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to have like a full band. But yeah, I just kind of thought to myself like I would rather start and have it be, just a little scaled back or like imperfect,
Yeah.
and just start doing it rather than, waiting until I can assemble a full group behind me and stuff. But yeah, I would love to have, like a big production. I look at all of those big arena tours that people are doing with the dancers, and I'm like, one day.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. I mean, speaking of one day, like, where do you
Mm,
see yourself in 5 years?
oh my gosh. I actually have no idea. Well, hopefully still making music and putting out good music. Like that's the most important thing. Hopefully I'm
Yeah, sure.
still finding the passion and the fun and the inspiration. But I mean, yeah, like I would love to, of course, like go around the world, meet people all over the world who enjoy my music or, have supported me for so long.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just experience everything that music and the music industry and like culture, I guess, has to offer. Yeah, but like I said, I think the most important thing is that I still am having fun and
Yeah.
I feel like there's integrity and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Sick. That
Mm.
great answers to great questions, Yeah,
Definitely.
and like, yeah, I don't know whether you've done a lot of interviews before, but yeah, you're pretty
Mm.
answering because I guess it's the personality and also like
Mm.
you just believe in the project,
Yeah,
you
I
know.
think a lot of the well, I haven't done that many interviews. I've done a few that have been like a mess that have really taught me like,
Okay.
okay, Alex, once again, sit yourself down, think about what you like yeah, it's part of like crafting your identity as an artist. What do you want to say? What is your message? Like, who are you? You know what I mean? And I think, feeling like I'm confident in my music has
Mm,
made me, yeah, like I have something to share. I have something to add to the conversation.
Yeah,
So thank
of
you for
course.
I'll take that. And your questions have been amazing. So
Great.
I feel very challenged
Thank you.
and
Challenge.
by your question. Yeah, no, in a good way. Like it's made me think about like, oh my gosh, who am I? Like that's a good question.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's why. Yeah,
Hmm.
crazy. And that's why I started the podcast with like upcoming artists and stuff. Now I get a bit
Yeah,
more
yeah.
of that and a mixture of like people who's already done 2 releases
Yes.
or they just feel like they're not they feel like they're not doing enough, I guess.
Mm, right.
Yeah. And there must be a lot of people like that. Anyways, that's just some quick fire questions.
Yes.
Favorite album?
Oh, I'm not being quick with these quick fire. Melodrama by Lord. I think I'll just
That's great, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. Like Royal and other stuff.
Yes.
That's
Anything she's
crazy.
done.
Yeah. Crazy. A song you wish you had written.
Ooh. The first song that I thought about just now was Stay Away by Muna. It's so good.
Okay, that's it. One upcoming artist everyone should listen to right
Oh
now.
my gosh. Well, I don't know if they're like up and coming, but I think, yeah, like Infinity Song. Please listen to them. They're so good. The
Sick, I will.
harmonies. Their Tiny Desk. It was so fun. Yeah.
Yeah, sick.
Infinity Song.
Yeah, Infinity Song. Yeah. A place that inspires you creatively.
The ocean, like the beach,
Me too.
the sea. It doesn't matter if it's like the cold European ones or like the tropical nice beaches. It just something about it is just so romantic.
Sick. Yeah. One sentence to describe your upcoming releases.
This doesn't bode well for me. I overthink too much. One sentence: romantic, honest, and truthful.
Yeah.
Does that count?
That counts.
I think. Okay.
That counts. Yeah. Yeah. And like, how excited should people be for your EP to launch?
Oh my gosh, so excited that you can't sleep at night
Yeah.
and you're like tossing and turning with the butterflies in your stomach. Because that's me. So yeah, I hope we can match that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is not a short question, but it's a big question as well. Like, when people listen back to your music years from now, what do you hope they say about Bunny Alex and the stories you've told through your song?
Oh my gosh, I just hope that it can be like a source of peace and like happiness and feeling understood and like catharsis.
Catharsis.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's important. Like, feeling comfort from my words and my music and feeling like there's someone out there who understood how they're feeling.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just hope to be like remembered as someone who made art that was true to them. I don't know if that's like very vague, but yeah.
No, it's so true. Like, you want to have your art and your craft just be a part of you, because sometimes it's just when you're working with so many songwriters and it's not yours.
Yeah.
It must be hard. Like, I know some people who are ghostwriters for other people, and and then I ask them like, just produce your own music, and they say like,
right.
it's so, but they say to me, it's so difficult because I have contracts with people and I have
right.
it's tough.
Yeah. I just, I mean, I know like I don't make sort of super deep music to some people. Like I know some people think pop is incredibly shallow and
Vague.
I mean, and and honestly, okay, so let me have like a shallow song. Sometimes that's just what I feel like, that's all, and that's also okay. But I think there is a lot of depth in pop music and people just write it off. So yeah, I think it can be a fun song, but it can still be true to you, and it doesn't have to be incredibly, like, I don't know, artsy and stuff. I mean, I love all the artsy stuff as well, but I think pop sometimes gets like pushed to the side in that conversation. So,
yeah, of course. I mean, it's been fun talking to you, Alex. It's been so
I've had a good
fun
time.
and refreshing to kind of talk to people and like.
Yeah. Oh, no, I feel the same.
Yeah.
Refreshing in this summer heat.
Summer
That's
heat.
exactly what I needed.
I need more air conditioning, but yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks so much for coming on, buddy.
Thank you so much for having me.